Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive on Satya Nadella's recent keynote in London, all about AI. Now we know you're interested in, the future of AI and how it's all going to shake out.
It's a big one, for sure.
Yeah, so we're going to break down some of the key insights from the keynote, but we want to make sure it's easy to understand. We don't want to get too lost in all the technical mumbo jumbo, right?
Absolutely. We're going to keep it clear and focus on what really matters.
Exactly. So to kick things off, there's this idea of a new law driving AI's crazy fast progress. It kind of reminds me of Moore's law, but, for artificial intelligence.
Yeah, Nadella calls them scaling laws, and basically AI is getting twice as powerful every 6 months. So just imagine your phone could be like twice as smart in 6 months, and then twice as smart again just 6 months after that.
Whoa, hold on. So it's like compound interest, but for AI.
Exactly.
That's kind of insane.
Yeah, and Nadella, he even compared it to like the birth of the PC. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So this is like a major turning point. He thinks so, yeah. Like, remember those old clunky PCs from back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
He sees AI as being at a similar stage right now.
That's pretty wild to think about. Okay, so picture this. It's like the early 80s, and PCs are about to explode onto the scene, right?
Yeah.
That's where we are now. But with AI, it's both exciting and honestly a little bit scary, maybe.
I get that.
But let's get specific. How's AI actually changing things, like, right now?
Well, Nadella talked about three main ways. First, it's changing how we interact with computers. Then there's how AI is learning to reason like us. And lastly, it's changing how we understand the world around us.
Okay, so there's this phrase Nadella used, agentic world. What did he mean by that?
He's talking about these things called AI agents. They basically act as partners, working alongside us. So imagine having a personal AI assistant. It knows your calendar better than you do, anticipates your needs, helps you navigate your day.
So it's like having an AI teammate.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's cool, but what about those of us who aren't, coding experts? How do we get in on this?
That's where Microsoft's platforms come in. They've got Copilot, the AI Stack, and Copilot devices.
Okay, break those down for me. Starting with Copilot, what's so special about it?
Think of Copilot as the user-friendly face of AI. It's the interface that lets you talk to AI tools using normal language.
Oh, so I could, ask it to summarize a report or create a presentation?
Exactly. You don't need to know any code. It's designed to be easy for everyone.
That's awesome. And what about the AI Stack?
Okay, the AI Stack, that's where things get exciting for developers. It gives you all the tools to build your own AI agents and Copilot experiences.
So if Copilot is like the iPhone, is the AI Stack like the App Store?
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
Gotcha. And then we have Copilot devices, right? What are those all about?
So those are devices specifically designed to make the most of AI, like the new Copilot PCs. They've got CPUs, GPUs, and NPUs, which makes them super fast for AI stuff.
So bringing the power of AI right to our fingertips.
Exactly. And to show this all off, Nadella brought out Jared Spataro on stage for this awesome demo.
Oh, yeah, with the AI agent they built with McKinsey.
Yes.
That one, could it read and understand client emails and route them to the right people?
It was pretty wild. It wasn't just looking for keywords. It was actually understanding the content of the email.
It's like a super smart assistant.
Yeah, and it was built using Copilot Studio, which is designed to be super user-friendly.
Did they say how much time McKinsey saved using it?
They said it reduced their lead time by 90% and cut down administrative overhead by 30%.
That's insane. Real, tangible benefits right there. All right, so we've seen how AI is impacting law firms and marketing and even Microsoft itself. But how does all of this impact us? What skills do we need for this AI-powered world?
That's a great question, and Nadella actually addressed that in his keynote. He announced a partnership with the UK government to bring AI to the public sector.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and he highlighted some data from LinkedIn that shows AI skills in the UK have grown by 88% since 2019.
Wow, so people are already getting ready for this.
Definitely.
That's something for all of us to think about. What skills do we need to thrive in this new world?
That's a question we'll keep exploring as we go deeper into Nadella's vision. In the next part of our deep dive.
So stay tuned, because next time we'll be looking at even more real-world examples of Copilot in action. You won't want to miss it.
All right, so let's get back to those real-world examples, like that McKinsey demo.
Yeah.
The AI agent sorting those emails.
Yeah, that was pretty mind-blowing. But it got me thinking, what other kinds of problems can these AI agents solve?
Well, Nadella actually gave some really interesting examples. from different industries, like how Copilot and AI agents are, making a real difference.
Okay, let's hear them. Let's start with Clifford Chance, the law firm. I mean, law and AI, that's not something you hear every day.
Right. It's pretty cool, actually. So Clifford Chance is using Copilot, specifically Copilot Studio, to help with these mergers and acquisitions, M&A transactions. Those deals can be incredibly complex, tons of paperwork, back and forth communication.
Oh, I bet. High stakes, right.
Yeah. So imagine having AI agents that can, analyze all those documents, identify key clauses, potential risks, even draft some of the legal language.
So it's not replacing the lawyers, it's more like giving them an extra set of hands.
Exactly. It lets the human lawyers focus on, the more strategic stuff.
Makes sense. Okay, what about Unilever? They're a huge consumer goods company, so I imagine their challenges are totally different.
Oh, completely. Nadella pointed out that Unilever spends, a fortune on marketing. They got to reach billions of people. And one of their key processes is creating these things called creative briefs.
Okay, what are those?
So basically, they're like the blueprint for a marketing campaign. They outline the target audience, the message, the style, the whole strategy. The quality of those briefs is super important for a successful campaign.
I can imagine. But creating them must be a lot of work, right?
A ton. So that's where AI comes in. Unilever has this tool built with Copilot that helps them generate those briefs more efficiently.
So is the AI coming up with the creative ideas?
Well, not quite. Not yet, at least. But it can analyze past campaigns, successful ones, identify trends, best practices, even suggest target audiences based on tons of data.
So it's like having an AI marketing consultant.
Yeah, kind of. And Nadella said it actually improved the quality of their briefs, leading to more effective campaigns.
That's impressive. So we got law, marketing. What other industries are using AI like this?
Well, Nadella talked about how Microsoft itself is using Copilot internally across all sorts of departments.
Oh, cool. So they're like practicing what they preach.
Exactly. They're seeing improvements in sales, marketing, customer service, IT support, HR, legal, even finance.
Wow, pretty much everything. What kind of improvements are we talking about?
Nadella mentioned double-digit increases in throughput. So basically getting more done in less time, plus increased employee engagement and satisfaction, and of course cost reductions.
This is like working smarter, not harder.
Right. Nadella even compared it to lean manufacturing, eliminating waste, maximizing value. He sees AI as a way to bring that to knowledge work.
That's interesting. Like AI is bringing the efficiency of the factory floor to the office.
Exactly. And remember, these are just a few examples. As these AI platforms evolve, we're going to see even more creative applications.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless. But let's get back to that UK government partnership for a minute. How are they planning to actually use AI in the public sector?
Well, this is where Nadella's vision for a more inclusive AI-powered world comes in. He believes everyone should benefit from AI, not just big businesses.
That makes sense. Governments play such a huge role in our lives.
Yeah, so imagine AI helping to process applications faster.
Yeah.
Personalizing education plans for students. Even helping doctors diagnose diseases more accurately.
Those are some amazing potential applications. But I'm also wondering about, the challenges, like data privacy, security, fairness, all of that.
Those are valid concerns, absolutely. And Nadella acknowledged that we need to be thoughtful and responsible, especially when it comes to government and AI.
It's a powerful technology, so we have to be careful.
For sure. But Nadella is optimistic about the potential for AI to do good.
He's not just building products, it's like he's trying to shape the future.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfect transition to the final part of our deep dive.
Right.
We've explored the tech, the applications, the impact.
Now it's time to step back and consider the big picture.
Let's talk about the potential implications of this AI revolution, the opportunities, the challenges, and what it all means for us.
All right, so big picture time. We've talked about how AI is changing things, but what about the long-term effects? It kind of feels like we're on the verge of something huge,
It does, doesn't it? We're exploring uncharted territory here. We've seen the tools, the early applications, but now it's about the bigger picture.
Exactly. This isn't just about businesses being more efficient. It's about how AI will change the way we work, how we live, how we see the world.
I mean, think about it. We're talking about machines that can learn, reason, make decisions. That brings up some pretty big questions about the future of, everything.
Yeah, no kidding. It's a lot to process. On one hand, it's like this amazing opportunity, right? Solving problems, creating a better future. But then there's that fear of the unknown. What if machines become too powerful? What if we lose control?
It's a natural reaction. We need to be excited, but also cautious. We need to keep asking those tough questions.
So how do we make sure AI is used for good? Nadella seems to believe that AI should, like, help us, not replace us.
Right, he's all about collaboration, not competition. It's easy to fall into that us versus them mentality with AI. But AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used in different ways.
So it all comes down to how we choose to use it.
Exactly. And that brings us back to that UK government partnership. It's not just about adopting AI, it's about doing it responsibly, ethically.
Making sure it benefits everyone.
Exactly.
So it's about empowering people with AI, not controlling them.
That's the key. And that's something for all of us to think about. We're all part of this AI revolution, whether we realize it or not.
So it's not just about, using the latest gadgets. It's about being part of the conversation, shaping the future.
Absolutely. So as you learn more about AI, ask yourself, how can I use this technology to make a difference? What are the risks? How can we avoid them? What kind of future do I want to create?
Those are some great questions to consider. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us as we explored Satya Nadella's vision for AI.
It's been a fascinating conversation, and I hope you found it insightful.
Remember, the future of AI is in our hands. Let's make it a future worth building.
Well said.
And that's a wrap for today. See you next time for another deep dive into the world's most interesting topics.